Hello, my name is Bella, and this is going to be just a gentle chair class today. Sit in a comfortable seated position. You can be on the floor if you'd like, or just seated on a chair like I am. Rest your hands on the tops of your thighs. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Drop your shoulders down, relax your jaw. And lift your belly so that your chest can lift and your shoulder blades or your collarbones can widen. And then bring your middle finger of your right hand to your heart chakra, and you can find that by bringing the thumbs underneath your underarms and then approximately where your fingers come together. And just massage very gently. Where your fingertips touch, the mind tends to focus because of all the nerve endings. So you're just helping to turn your mind in and down. Then bring your hands up next to your ears. Fingers together, hands cupped, and about 1/2 inch away from the sides of your head. And then on your exhalation breath, just feel like you're gathering any turbulence in your mind. Once the palms come together, inhale, and then exhale, draw your focus down. Let your eyes follow your hands until your thumbs rest on your sternum, right where you were touching a minute ago. And feel yourself from turning, looking outward to looking inward. And then again, bring your hands up next to your ears. Inhale. Exhale. Gather up any turbulence in your mind, in your ears, in your eyes, in your brain. Inhale and then exhale. Draw your focus down. Coming back home. And feel a feeling of kindness, of care, of friendship in the center of your chest. And then one last time, bring your hands up. Inhale and then exhale. Gather your focus inward. Inhale and then exhale. Draw your mind down. Again, feel a feeling of coming home to a feeling of kindness, of care, friendship. And then holding on to that feeling, join me for one opening Om. Om. And then exhale, release your head down. And then inhale, lift your head, gently open your eyes. Release your hands. That was a Heartful meditation technique that we incorporate into our classes to just help change your focus from looking outward to looking inward. And then lift your belly. Place your right hand on the outside of your left knee, and then catch the back of the chair with your other hand and twist. Look over your left shoulder. And then come back to center. Inhale again. Lift your belly and change sides. Looking over your right shoulder. And then release. And come to standing. Take your chair and put it to the end of your sticky mat with the seat of the chair facing towards you. And then bring your hands into the chair seat and bring one foot forward and one foot back. Far enough back so you get a good stretch through your hamstrings. Move your right hip away from your head. Contract your quadriceps. And lengthen your spine by lifting your belly. Stay here for a couple of breaths. If you want to go deeper, you just step your back foot back farther away. Again, move your right hip away from your head, lift your belly. So your hips are moving one direction, and you can almost pull on the chair to draw your belly towards your head, away from your hips. Contract your quadriceps. And then step forward with your back foot and change legs. And if you want to make it a little less intense, make it a shorter stance. If you want to intensify the stretch, just make it a longer stance. Again, contract your quadriceps. You can lift your toes to contract your quadriceps. Move the corner of your left hip away from your head. And take a few deep breaths here. Lift your belly, and you can also pull on the chair seat to help pull your belly away from your hips. One more breath. And then step forward. Bring your hands into the top of the chair, the back of the chair seat, and then come into Ardha Uttanasana. Step your feet hip width apart, and you can hold onto the chair seat or have flat palms pressing down, or the back of the chair. Spread your shoulder blades left, right, and move your hips away from your hands. Press down into the back of the chair. Spread your shoulder blades. Move your hips away from your hands. Make your spine parallel with the floor as much as possible. And you can contract your quadriceps of your thighs to help open up your hamstrings. Take a few breaths here, breathing in openness. Releasing stress. Feeling like you're making your body home, comfortable and homey. And then inhale, look up, step one foot forward and then the other step forward. Good. Now, bring your right foot forward again and your back foot back, your left foot back. Hand on the chair seat. And then take your left hand, so the opposite hand as your foot, that's forward, and bring it onto the back of the chair and then draw it to the right. So you're getting a nice opening through now your shoulder and your hamstrings even more. It's like a Parvrita Trikonasana. Move your right hip away from your head. Move your left hand away from your right foot. And use your right hand on the chair seat for support. One more breath. Oh, it feels so good. And then step forward, change legs, left foot forward, right foot back. Now take your right hand and bring your right hand onto the back of the chair and slide it over to the left. Move your left hip away from your head, contract your left quadriceps. And then reach your palm and your wrist and your hand away from your front foot. Contract the quadriceps of your left thigh. Get a wonderful deep stretch through your rib cage, side of your waist, into your shoulder, into your hamstrings. And then release. Good. And step forward, press the thighs to come up. Good. Now, we're going to open up your arms a little bit. Sit on the front edge of your chair seat, and then bring your hands back to the side of the chair. Depending on what chair you're using, it could be the back side of the seat of the chair, or it could be onto the back support of the chair. And then maybe walk your hands up a little bit more. And then walk your hands up a little bit more. So you're drawing your shoulders together. You're lifting your chest. And then begin to drop your chin. So your sternum, imagine that there's a beautiful fragrant flower in the center of your chest. And instead of reaching your neck towards your chest, imagine lifting that flower on your chest towards your nose. Softening your throat, softening your neck, lifting your chest. And then maybe you can walk your hands up a little higher, maybe all the way up to the top of the back of the chair. Again, lift your sternum, draw your shoulder blades together, drop your chin down. And smell, imagine the smell of a beautiful flower. And then separate your hands. Pause for a moment. And then walk your hands down. Lift your head up. Now we're going to take that same opening, bring your feet forward, and make sure that they're hip width apart. Slide onto the edge of the seat of the chair. And now you're going to, again, draw your shoulder blades back and together, and then slide off your chair and lift your pelvis. Drop your head back. And then come forward, or maybe back onto the chair seat. And then back forward, bend your knees, slide your pelvis towards your knees. You don't straighten your legs, you keep the knees bent, drop your head back, shoulder blades together in the back. And then draw the buttocks back onto the chair seat. Drop your forehead down. And we'll do this one more time. Taking the weight of your body onto your hands, lift your pelvis, drop your head back. Move your sacrum towards your knees. Draw your shoulder blades together. And then come back onto the chair seat. Bend your knees. And now turn so that you're on the side of the chair. Lift your belly. We're going to go into a deeper twist and hold on to the back of the chair seat. Again, lift your belly to create length, and then press and turn to, I'm turning to the right. So turn to the right. And then look at your knees and notice if your right knee is pulling back. If it is, push your right knee forward, lift your belly, and then again twist. You're pulling with your left hand and you're pushing with your right hand. And then release. Nice deep stretch. You have more leverage this way. And change sides. I'm going to turn away from you. Lift your belly and then twist. Push with your left hand. Pull with your right hand. Look at your knees. Notice if your left knee is pulling back. If it is, push your left knee forward. Lift your belly and then twist. And then release. Come back, sitting forward on the chair seat again. Now we're going to take this twist a little bit deeper. Have your feet and bring them next to each other. Squeeze your knees together. Take your left hand on the outside of your left knee and your right hand holds onto the back of the chair. And then slide your arm down. Maybe you can only come so far. If you can't get past your elbow, keep your arm straight. And this will be your twist. And you'll just push into the knee with your arm, pull onto the back of the chair, and twist. If you can get a little deeper, slide your elbow past your knee, then bend your elbow, push your upper arm into the knee, and then place a fist on your palm and push down to rotate to the right. Lift your belly again to create length. Exhale, deepen your twist. And then release and change sides. Hold onto the back of the chair seat with your left hand. Take your right hand on the outside of your left knee. And then slide your arm down as far as you can go. See if you can get your elbow past your knee. Bend your right elbow. Make a fist with your left hand and press it into your palm. And twist to the left. Lift your belly on the inhalation. Exhale, deepen the twist. And then release. Good. And then come up from seated. Bring your hands onto the chair seat and come back in a modified downward facing dog. Just to stretch your spine. Take 3 breaths here. Spread your shoulder blades. Move your hips away from your hands. One more breath. Good. Inhale, look up, and then step forward. And then come down onto your back. We'll do a very short shavasana. Lie down on your back, and then bring your calves onto the seat of the chair. And rest your back completely on the floor. And here I want you to take 5 to 10 deep breaths. 5 to 10 deep breaths. Let your whole spine relax on the floor. Let your belly soften. Let your legs soften. Allow your arms to completely drop. And the muscles of your face to relax. And take a few more breaths. Breathe in a feeling of openness and friendliness and care. Exhale tension. Take one more breath. And then bend your knees, place your feet onto the front edge of the chair seat, and then roll over to your right, push yourself up, and come to seated. We'll close with one heartful meditation, mental centering, and one Om. Bring your hands up next to your head, inhale, and then exhale. Gather your focus in. Inhale, and then exhale. Draw your mind down. Connecting with the feeling of friendliness, of care, support. And then we'll close with one Om. Om. And then exhale. Release your head down, smiling inside, giving yourself a big thank you for taking a little time for self-care. Lift your head, gently open your eyes, and release your hands. Namaste. Look forward to seeing you in class.